Hello. If you ever questioned my commitment, well, I'm here with Esther 9. I'm actually in the parking lot of a place with the laptop balanced on my leg in kind of a yoga position so that I can read to you. So I hope that you enjoy it. Today is rather long. Esther 9, serious stuff going down here. So let's jump right in. But of course, as always, before then, let's think of 3 things that you're thankful for. I know I'm thankful that I could pause and have this moment. All right, 3 things. All right, we're going in. All right, Esther 9. Now, in the 12th month, which is the month of Adar, on the 13th day of the month, when the king's commandment and his decree came near to be put in execution, on the day that the enemies of the Jews hoped to conquer them, but it turned out that the opposite happened, that the Jews conquered those who hated them, the Jews gathered themselves together in their cities throughout all the provinces of the king Ahasuerus to lay hands on those who wanted to harm them. No one could withstand them, because the fear of them had fallen on all the people. All the princes of the provinces, the local governors, and those who did the king's business helped the Jews, because the fear of Mordecai had fallen on them. For Mordecai was great in the king's house, and his fame went out throughout all provinces. For the man Mordecai grew greater and greater. The Jews struck all their enemies with a stroke of the sword, and with slaughter and destruction, and did what they wanted to those who hated them. In the citadel of Susa, the Jews killed and destroyed 500 men. They killed Porthantusa, Dalphon, Aspatha, Paratha, Adalia, Aridatha, Parmashta, Erisai, Eridai, and Visatha, the 10 sons of Haman, the son of Hammedatha, the Jews' enemy, but they didn't lay their hand on the plunder. On that day, the number of those who were slain in the citadel of Susa was brought before the king. The king said to Esther the queen, "The Jews have slain and destroyed 500 men in the citadel of Susa, including the 10 sons of Haman. What then have they done in the rest of the king's provinces? Now, what is your petition? It shall be granted to you. What is your further request? It shall be done." Then Esther said, "If it pleases the king, let it be granted to the Jews who are in Susa to do tomorrow, also according to today's decree, and let Haman's 10 sons be hanged on the gallows." The king commanded this to be done. A decree was given out in Susa, and they hanged Haman's 10 sons. The Jews who were in Susa gathered themselves together on the 14th day also of the month Adar, and killed 300 men in Susa, but they didn't lay their hand on the plunder. The other Jews who were in the king's provinces gathered themselves together, defended their lives, had rest from their enemies, and killed 75,000 of those who hated them, but they didn't lay hand on the plunder. This was done on the 13th day of the month Adar, and on the 14th day of that month they rested, and made it a day of feasting and gladness. But the Jews who were in Susa assembled together on the 13th and on the 14th days of the month, and on the 15th day of that month they rested, and made it a day of feasting and gladness. Therefore, the Jews of the villages who live in the unwalled towns make the 14th day of the month Adar a day of gladness and feasting, a holiday, and a day of sending presents of food to one another. Mordecai wrote these things and sent letters to all the Jews who were in all the provinces of the king Ahasuerus, both near and far, to enjoin them that they should keep the 14th and 15th days of the month Adar yearly, as the days in which the Jews had rest from their enemies, and the month which was turned to them from sorrow to gladness, and from mourning into a holiday, that they should make them days of feasting and gladness, and of sending presents of food to one another, and gifts to the needy. The Jews accepted the custom that they had begun, as Mordecai had written to them, because Haman, the son of Hammedatha, the Agagite, the enemy of all the Jews, had plotted against the Jews to destroy them, and had cast Pur, that is the lot, to consume them and to destroy them. But when this became known to the king, he commanded by letters which his wicked plan, which he had planned against the Jews, should return on his own head, and that he and his sons should be hanged on the gallows. Therefore, they called these days Purim, from the word pure. Therefore, because of all the words of this letter, and of that which they had seen concerning this matter, and that which had come to them, the Jews established and imposed on themselves, on their descendants, and all those who joined themselves to them, so that it should not fail that they would keep these 2 days according to what was written, and according to its appointed time every year, and that these days should be remembered and kept throughout every generation, every family, every province, and every city, and that these days of Purim should not fail from among the Jews, nor their memory perish from their offspring. Then Esther the queen, the daughter of Abihail, and Mordecai the Jew wrote with all authority to confirm this second letter of Purim. He sent letters to all the Jews in the 127 provinces of the kingdom of Ahasuerus with words of peace and truth to confirm these days of Purim in their appointed times, as Mordecai the Jew and Esther the queen had decreed, and as they had imposed upon themselves and their descendants in the matter of the fastings and their mourning. The commandment of Esther confirmed these matters of Purim, and it was written in the book. Thank you so much for joining me for this reading of Esther 9. Tomorrow, I'll see you for Esther 10 when we wrap it up, and then move on to the next of the 28 days of love in the Bible. All right, thanks again. Bye.